Hey guys, welcome back to Football Ninja Big Five Questions. Joining me today is Karthik. Hey Karthik, how are you?
Hey, Aman, doing good.
So, in this episode, Karthik, we'll be talking about Liverpool versus United draw. A big five questions that we have. Question number one, Karthik. United needs a striker.
um, we have been talking about this for almost the entire season now.
Yes.
Do have Cavani, but again, the longevity for him is not, probably another year or two. He's pretty old, so definitely they need a striker. But again, do they have somebody? They have Greenwood, who can be that. But I think he's still very young to take that role. You put him under that pressure that is difficult for him. To play at a big club like United. And then Martial hasn't been in good form, and that is the reason for this question.
This question, correct.
So, what do you think? What is lacking? Do you think Rashford can play that role? And say if Sancho comes in, if at all he does, then can Rashford fill in that role, or do you think you definitely need to buy a new striker?
Just by looking at this game, Karthik, when Cavani came in at the 61st minute, he just by his game awareness, being that striker, he gave us at least a chance of a free kick, or he was there. The game awareness showed, which you definitely can't see in Martial right now. And the kind of chances Martial has just missed, not in this game. If you go back to at least a year back, he had a couple of chances missed in Europa semi-final against Sevilla as well. He kinds of doesn't score when it requires the most, and I think Scholes would had tweeted something about Martial has pretended to be a good striker all this while, but he has fooled all of us. But you can see this right now when it comes to big games, Martial doesn't score, or Martial would take the ball to one side and would only pass when needed, not when the team requires it, or would definitely go for a shot which he'll miss. Either he has to increase his capability of scoring goals, or somebody, I think, in this transfer window or the summer window, we have to find a genuine striker.
But do you think that could be because of his lack of goals, that he's trying too hard? Because he's not the only one who's struggling. There are a lot of strikers who struggle, and then we see that bad run of form. Martial was in pretty good form last season.
I think one of the best forms in United in the last half of the season that he played.
Yeah.
Almost scored, I think put together they almost scored 60 goals, Rashford,
Right.
Greenwood and Martial. But I don't know why he's not able to convert, especially after Cavani coming in. He would definitely have that kind of assistant from him, understanding from him. But we have not seen that kind of probably Martial is just under pressure because Cavani is around.
Right.
He is that kind of competitive player.
But does he need to be under pressure because of Cavani? Because he knows that he's not going to be here long term.
But he's still not scoring.
Right.
He's still not scoring. He's still not scoring. I think even in these games, especially big games against big teams, you won't get more than one chance or two chances, and those won't be a good chance. They'll be like half chances,
Right.
and a good striker would convert them into goals. Something very similar we are seeing in Chelsea with Timo Werner, where
Right.
he's not able to convert those chances. But Timo Werner is just fresh to Premier League. You can cut him that
Give him
slack. But with Martial, he's been here for a long time now. He started scoring against Liverpool only when he debuted
Yeah.
for United. I think this was a very good chance, and especially second half, definitely first half for United was difficult. The first 30 minutes, I think Liverpool actually was in possession wise was ruling the game, dominating it. But in the second half, when we saw the winds were flowing towards United, Martial had a couple of chances, not just scoring, but at least assisting or giving those crucial passes to Rashford or Bruno to make them clear to go score a goal.
I mean, I think United had the two best chances of the game.
Yeah.
One was Bruno Fernandes, and then
Pogba
another was Pogba.
yeah.
And I think for me, definitely the man of the match was Alisson.
Oh,
He-
I think the best. I think after Thiago, Alisson was the best Liverpool player on the pitch. But coming back to United and the problem which we are facing right now is now there is Rashford who can take, but I don't think so. He prefers a striker position, and that's the reason why we are raising this question.
All right, so just the last bit on this question. So, who do you think are the good options right now? who can come in and fill in that role. There is definitely one name that comes to my mind, and that has been going on since last season, is Haaland, who can come in. He's from the same country as Ole. That he has played with Ole, and so do you think he can come in?
See, I think as a manager, I think Ole, after, obviously we have spoken about this, but after Ferguson has left, this is the best position we are in right now at this time, at this stage of the Premier League. And he is not somebody who's gonna talk shit about the club. So if we end up finishing second this season, that's again a long shot. Second or third or top four again, I think the management would give Ole what he wants, at least this time. At least,
hopefully,
at least this time. So let's see. There are other options. There's Mbappe. He might join, but then these are wish lists. As a United fan, you feel everybody's gonna come to United, but unless they come.
You cannot.
But we definitely need a striker, Karthik. This is what I understood. I took out from this game. Moving to the second question, Karthik, from United strikers to Liverpool strikers. What a bad form they are in against United. I think 3 of them put together have 5 goals against United. I'm not sure, 5 or 4 goals.
I think in the last some odd 1700 minutes, and this is before the game.
Yeah, this is before the game.
They just had like 2 goals, the front 3.
And you saw in the game as well that Salah was out of form. He definitely had 1 or 2 good chances, but kudos to the defense, to the legendary defense United has. But I don't think so. They had a very clear chance till Thiago had that shot on target.
And I think and we were talking about this earlier, where there were a couple of good chances for Salah and Firmino, which they would usually, if you go back 2 seasons, they would usually take it first time. But they were just trying to dribble inside the box, and then that gave United defense a chance to to close and I think that was the problem. I think out of the front 3, I think Mane was the best one on the day, but then there were no goals to show for it. So definitely there is something, and if you look at, I think they have failed to score in the last 3 games. Or 4 games now. So there is definitely that problem, and we have been talking about the defense all this while. But I think Klopp also realizes that there is a problem with the front line as well now, with who they are not performing. And if you look at the defense, this season, and we're going to talk about it more. Look at the defense on this game. There was no defense technically, apart from Alisson. So, but then coming back to the front 3, I think there's definitely they are in a bad run of form. I think Jota came in, he played really well. He's injured. He's going to come back in probably February is what the date is. He also got Shaqiri in, who tried a lot of things, but he did not become successful as well. I think out of all of those people, I think Thiago was the best one, like you said, not in the front 3, but those attacking players. But what do you think is the problem right now?
I somehow feel, even if, as you said, Jota was gonna come in Feb, but do you think it'll be too late for him to come and join? Because I think that the kind of league that we're seeing right now is very volatile, and technically, if you see City has a game in hand, and if they win all their games, they are number 1 now. But as you asked this question about the top 3, I think we are seeing this decline. Especially when Van Dijk got injured, I think people were a little skeptical about the defense. But if you see, it has become inversely proportional of the forwards not scoring. And I just think it's just bad dip of form. I think Firmino was always in this bad form. It's just that they won Premier League last time. He, I think, hadn't scored at home for a long time. But I think Salah, though he is number 1 right now in the goals scored, do you think a lot of penalties have held him to reach there? I don't know.
Yeah, penalties, yes. But if he has scored some good goals this season as well. Not saying that. But then I think if he was in the form that he was in, say, last season or the season before that, I think he would have had a lot more goals, another 5 or 6 goals to show.
Yeah.
So there is a dip in form. I think it could also be the confidence in the team itself. Because there are a lot of players injured, they know that they are not playing at full capacity, and that could be a reason. But it's let's just say it's bad form right now.
Moving to the third question, Karthik, United's backline. When I saw the playing 11, and I was assuming that Eric Bailey will play over Lindelof, but it did not happen. But then Lindelof did not disappoint. I think even Luke Shaw played really well for
I think
United.
Luke Shaw was the best out of
Yes.
the four.
And Maguire was there. I think he held up. In some cases, he held up Salah really well, or Firmino really well. But now that the game is over, do you think that was a good choice to go for, Ole?
I think it was, and I think also because Bailey was returning back from an injury, he might not have been fully fit for the game. He was just on the bench, so just so if they need it, they might have him, have him on the pitch, just in case they get a goal and they have to defend. Probably that's why. He would have gone for Lindelof, is my opinion. But then I think Lindelof did a pretty good job. Maguire as well. He blocked a lot of good attempts on target. And but Luke Shaw was amazing. Luke Shaw was brilliant going forward. He was, he had Salah in his pocket all all the match. So he was a brilliant out of the lot. And I think Van Bissaka as well. He did not have the best of matches, but then I think he did a pretty good job in holding him off.
And also, Karthik, we are slowly seeing De Gea coming back in form. He had a couple of good saves against Aston Villa as well. And I don't think so he was tested much in this game, which kind of also replicates how bad was the attack by Liverpool. And though they had more shots, I think United had more shots on target.
Yeah.
But what do you think about that? Like now that if De Gea comes back in form, and do you think there is a chance of replacing one of these? It's like I feel Maguire might change. But do you think anybody else would recommend to change for Ole?
I mean, Van Bissaka not for sure. Like for sure not. Van Bissaka, he's an amazing right back. I think Luke Shaw. The problem with Luke Shaw is the consistency again. As with a lot of other United players. But then if he continues that form that he's in, and then you also have the other left back that he got. What's his name?
Telles.
Oh, Alex Telles, yes. Alex Telles. So I think that those positions are sorted. I think you might need a right back, a cover for Van Bissaka. Yeah. And I think Eric Bailey is brilliant. It's just that his injuries trouble him a lot. So and then I think Maguire again. He had a bad run of form initially, but I think he's sort of getting there. There is definitely an improvement. You see game after game, but obviously, because of that, for me, a lot of United fans, are still not confident in him that he is able to perform at that level. Lindelof, I think he's the only one consistent. He's not a brilliant defender. He defends well, yes. He's not bad either. So he has made a couple of mistakes. Every defender does. But there might be maybe you can go in for somebody like Upamecano who can rule that defense line, and then you have De Gea. He has been one of the best goalkeepers for the last couple of years, but he's back in form. We saw a couple of good saves from him, but I think you might need a centre back and a right back.
And from United's backline to Liverpool's backline, which is quite depleted, but what a keeper
Alisson is.
What a keeper Alisson is. I think the save for Bruno was, I think, just instinctive for him to use the leg and clear it off. But I think if you want to score against him, it has to be a really good finish. Otherwise, he won't let it in.
Yeah, I mean, if it would have been. Probably if it would have been any other keeper, it would have gone between the legs or something. But it's his. I think apart from making himself big that he always does if he's one-on-one or in situations like that, he has a great reaction time which a lot of people don't. And that save, and then again from Pogba.
I think for Pogba was I think he went for power there, but then the presence of mind of Alisson where. The position that he was in, that ball was not going inside.
I think his positioning is phenomenal. For any and that is one of the most important things for any keeper. If your position is good, you can make a lot of saves, and that's what he does. And he has he's. I think for me right now, he's the best in the world right now. You can.
I think also running for the Golden Glove this season.
I mean, you could argue that it might be him or Oblak from Atletico, but for me, he's one of the best right now. And talking about the defense, I'm a little unsure why Matip did not play because they had no central defenders on this game. There was Fabinho, who is a defensive midfielder, by trade, and then you had Henderson playing in the back line. But you look at the match. I think they did a brilliant job. They're not central defenders, but they did a great job in holding a lot of them off, especially with Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold going forward. So you only have 2 or 3 players, Wijnaldum there. But I think they did a great job for this match.
Moving to the fourth question, Karthik. Bruno didn't turn up this game. What do you think happened?
It might be the pressure of the big game. It wasn't the clash of the top 2 at the end. Because Leicester won and they but then it is one of the fiercest rivalries in English football.
Two most successful clubs.
I think they share about 93 trophies between them. I think it might be the pressure. It might be it's just a bad game that you have. But yeah, I mean, from his standards, he had a bad game. But if you look at overall, he did not. He did well. But the form that he's been in, we feel that he did not turn up because of the form that he has been in.
And on the flip side, how do you think Thiago played for Liverpool?
I think he is brilliant. I think he was that that control room for Bayern when he was there. And I think although he's come in this season, and then he hasn't played a lot of games because of COVID, because of injuries, but I think he has that commanding presence in midfield, which not a lot of players can do that, and he has been, and it doesn't look like that he's playing in a new league or playing in the Premier League for the first time. He just has that presence or that aura that he brings with
I think for him, a football game is a football game wherever you play, and then that presence of mind, I think which we saw in Cavani as well when he came, and that was very visible, especially with experienced players like them. They come in any random squad and then make it happen. Moving to the last big question, Karthik, let's talk about the teams, Liverpool and United. After the game, I did not feel so. In the last season, I felt that United is miles away from a Liverpool team. But in this game, I got that feeling that yes, because Liverpool's side is depleted, the form is not there,
and United is in a better form.
In a better form. Yes, I think Liverpool has I think 2-3 more gears to go up, and probably this is the best United can do right now. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is just making sure that everybody is giving their best to be here. But on the pitch, I think the sides were fairly similar. I didn't see any difference in them.
They were, yes. I mean, they were, good chances for both sides. They, the game was mostly controlled in the midfield. I think Ole will be slightly disappointed that they did not get the 3 points.
They could have easily nicked them.
They could have, but then it is what it is. You get a draw, and I think going to Anfield and getting a draw is
you're taking a point away.
Not the best thing, but taking a point away from there is a pretty good thing to have. So, but and you still are at number 1. But what do you think? Where does this lead to? I mean, if you look at Klopp's post-match interview, he said, winning the league is not their goal. Finishing the top 4 is. I mean, that sort of, I think he sort of realizes how difficult it is to win the league again. I mean, they can do it.
Yeah.
It's not that they cannot. They still have a great team. But, you see those statements change. But what do you think? Where does, let's talk about Liverpool first. Where do you think they finish?
I think when, even if people come back, I think it's just too late for Liverpool, because these 1 or 2 months are very important to win, and especially this being now the second half of the season, where even if Jota comes in, I don't know how good form he would be in to just start scoring goals. On the flip side, you see City has already shifted their gears. They are winning games. There was definitely the goals that they scored was less, but then now they are making sure that the goal tally goes up. John Stone scoring 2 goals from nowhere.
First two.
Yeah, first 2 goals. See, all that is happening, but when you compare them to Liverpool right now, I still feel Liverpool or United or any other side right now are quite far away from City comparatively. And this is something that we knew with United entering the season. This was not new for United. But I think credit where it is due. I think Ole has done such an amazing thing with the side where I think he's just pulling max out of all the players right now. And that's my worry. What happens if Bruno is injured? Okay, I'll leave Bruno apart. What happens if Van Bissaka is injured?
Right.
What happens if Rashford is injured? Everybody wants Martial to get injured, but
What happens if they? Because
What happens
and these guys are playing game in every game.
yes,
And then you have if you hit Feb and then you have the European games coming.
Yeah.
So there will be a lot of games. You have just finished half the season. You have 17, 18 games still to play, and there is a good chance of injuries. Liverpool are going through that. Other teams are sort of recovering from that, but you never know what happens. The injuries can come in any time.
and I think that's one of the reasons why I am not pushing United to win this season, because if they were really serious, they would have at least got one or good signings this January window, which I don't see happening, or there are no rumors, so that basically means it's not happening if it is United, and that shows a certain mentality of the management as well, where they are not very confident with the manager. But now that if you see Ole, and I've said it enough, where I don't think he is the manager for this. But what he's done with this club, with the resources were available to him, he's not talking shit about the club. He's not going out in the media talking shit about the players like Jose Mourinho could do, or he did. Or we saw what happened with Louis van Gaal when he left with United. He did not obviously leave in good terms, but whatever this guy is doing, the manager is doing right now, is so effective with these players that they are number one right now, and they're supposed to be the most difficult league in Europe.
I think in the end, I still feel that it will be between City and Liverpool this season, because there is just a little better quality in their sides right now.
They have easily 1 or 2 gears more in their arsenal to go, which I don't see any other team having right now.
So I think a top 4 finish for United would be the best place for now. But if they go on and win the league, that's a bonus. That would be over the top.
You can't really predict Premier League. Right. We tried that with Leicester. So
you have a lot of Leicester is still number 3 right now. They are not too far behind. There is Southampton lurking. A lot of teams lurking.
Are they number 2 right now? Who? Leicester.
Number 3 right now. City is number 2. Yeah. So they're just they have the they have the opportunity to go number 1 tomorrow when they play Aston Villa. That's going to be an amazing game, by the way.
But then I feel that as you asked this question, so now Liverpool is number 4. They definitely have 2-3 games in, but then the problem with that is they don't have time to push on to and move to that level, which I seriously see it's difficult for Liverpool from here to win Premier League. But I see City doing it. I'm just talking about current form. I'm not predicting it that they won't, but I'm just saying with the current form, I don't see City. It will be a City's Premier League to lose from here, because now they have that form. I think Jesus has returned. Sterling had that amazing goal from
I think if you get all 4 goals, that first goal.
So let's see where do you guys stand on these? Let me know. Let us know if these 5 questions are good enough for you, or please share your questions for the next game. I'm your host Amit. Joining me is Karthik. Thank you so much, Karthik.
Yes.
Bye.